Now we're going to get into Want to See It. First of all, did you see any of the movies from last week?
Yeah, right.
Apparently, a lot of people were in the mood to go see He's Just Not That Into You because it was the #1 movie. I don't know why, but it was.
Yeah, I have no idea.
This week, we've got the reimagining of Friday the 13th.
Yes.
It's an all-new version.
Updating.
It's an updating, but if you took it within the series, it would be like, what, number...
12.
12, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't see what they're going to do new at this point to make anybody interested in seeing it.
No. And, these people are just wanting to... They redid Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Mm-hmm.
We've got, The Hills Have Eyes. Like, how about just make an original horror movie? Yeah.
So, let me guess. Is there a crazy guy with a hockey mask at a camp who starts killing people?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what happens?
Yep.
I think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it's called Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay. What else is coming out this week?
We got Bad Bank, otherwise known as The International.
Yeah.
Woo, it's a scary bank.
Okay, but Clive Owen's in it, and he is always good, so I think he could sell the material, but it doesn't look like anything.
It kind of reminds me of, like, the same type of movie, like, was it Nicole Kidman movie where it's Sean Penn?
The Interpreter.
The Interpreter.
Ugh.
Not just as it's in both eyes, but just that type of thriller,
I see what you're saying.
Also, like
Confessions of a Shopaholic.
Shoppa.
Starring Isla Fisher. She's
and Leslie Bibb.
She's, if you've seen Wedding Crashers, she's the crazy girl in Wedding Crashers, but
Isn't she married to...
She's engaged to Sacha Baron Cohen, yes.
Borat.
It just looks silly. It looks ridiculous.
And the thing is, it's produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. And so if you want to see the trailer for the new Prince of Persia movie, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, you have to go see that movie.
I don't think you do, because I think the way the internet works, if you, on Friday night, you'll be able to find the Prince of Persia trailer somewhere. Yeah. So I
think we're kind of all in agreement that...
Just go see something else. Go see The Wrestler. Go see Benjamin Button. Go see even Slumdog Millionaire. Go see something nominated for an award. The Oscars are in 2 weeks. Catch up on that. Don't see any of this crap.
Yeah.
Speaking of awards, this week it was award crazy. Sunday night, I had an award show overdose, pretty much. First, the BAFTAs, the British Academy of Film and Television Awards were on. The orange BAFTAs. Yes. Slumdog Millionaire, much to Tim's chagrin, won 7 BAFTAs, swept most of the majors. It won for directing, it won for Best Picture, it won for music. It just won for almost everything it was nominated for. But Mickey Rourke won for Best Actor.
Beating Dev Patel.
I don't even know why he was nominated. No. That was ridiculous. But, so Mickey Rourke won for Best Actor, so I know you're happy about that. Also, Heath Ledger won for Supporting Actor. So I guess
Goldie Hawn cry for some reason.
I guess we need to check our Joker watch.
Oh, yes. So, the Joker watch has been updated. Second to last time it'll be updated.
Yeah.
So he won the BAFTA, lost the London Film Critics Circle because he was up for Best Actor, not supporting.
Yeah, of course.
So he lost to Mickey Rourke.
That sort of makes sense.
Yeah. So we are up to 30 wins.
All that's left is the big one.
Big one, Oscar. So he has 5 losses, 30 wins. You can't beat that.
The Oscars are in 2 weeks. It's pretty much the closest thing you're going to get to a sure thing that he's going to win that Oscar. So.
Yeah. And I was talking to you, the BAFTAs have kind of snuck up on us and have turned into sort of an Oscar precursor.
Right. Everybody thinks the Golden Globes are what predicts the Oscars. The BAFTAs are what predicts the Oscars.
I was telling you, the Best Actor award, in the last 10 years, the BAFTAs have been right 7 times, which in awards show
that's
sort of things.
It's
pretty
70%
good.
accurate.
It's pretty good. And the people they chose instead, so Bill Murray, they give to Bill Murray for Lost in Translation instead of Sean Penn for Mr. Criver.
Okay.
They give it to Jamie Bell for Billy Elliot over Russell Crowe. And they gave it to Daniel Day-Lewis for The Gangs of New York instead of Adrian Brody for the pianist.
They're known to favor the Brits and the Europeans anyway, so that's not really a surprise that they would favor Jamie Bell or Daniel Day-Lewis.
But also, Mickey Rourke, that's good. That pushes him forward because he was kind of sliding behind Sean Penn, and this is kind of pushing him to the forward. And like, yo, this match is not over. This is a grudge match between Sean Penn and Mickey Rourke. It's really
down to just between the two of them.
And while all the other awards we can kind of guess, like, oh, Kate Winslet's going to win, oh, Heath Ledger's going to win, oh, Penelope Cruz is going to win.
This
is, we don't know. And it could be either one. So
I mean, it looks like Slumdog Millionaire is going to win for Best Picture. But you can't really rule out that maybe Milk or Benjamin Button could sneak in there and a surprise.
Well, we were talking about the other day with Brokeback Mountain kind of was winning everything.
Right.
And then Oscars come, boom, Crash wins.
Right.
And it was just, no one expected it. It was complete and utter surprise. No one thought at all had a chance.
Also, how streamlined are those BAFTAs, man? The Oscars.
Oh, they were just like boom, boom, boom.
They need to take a note from that. The host doesn't even leave the stage. That's how quick that show moves.
No, he's like, I'm going to stand right here.
He just steps off to the side.
He's like,
yeah, like the Oscars, 2.5 hours. They said it was going off at 7:30. It went off at 7:29.
Yeah.
So the Oscars should take a note from the
they didn't have any crap, any filler.
Yeah.
It was like, here you go, here's your award.
They did a montage of the best movies of the year, and they did a montage of the people who had died, and that was it.
Yeah.
No
there
filler.
You go.
So
take a lesson from that, but I know they won't.
Right.
Which scares me.
The other big award show of the week was, of course, the Grammys. Now, I know this was a little more my thing than Tim's, but a couple of his favorites did win.
Yes.
Weezer won both awards they were up for, I understand, including Best Short Form Music Video for Pork and Beans.
Yes, which we talked about on the show a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's a brilliant video, but we did have some questions, like if you don't watch YouTube, would you get it? But I guess a lot of people watch YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's a catchy little tune.
Yeah, so I'm extremely happy. They also, Rick Rubin won for Best Producer he produced part of this last album, so technically it's an award for them.
The other big awards, it was a big night for the Robert Plant, Alison Krauss collaboration. They won 5 Grammys, including the big one, Album of the Year. But also big winners, Coldplay, one of my favorite groups. They won for Song of the Year and for Best Rock Album. And they also had a fantastic performance that featured Jay-Z. It was they put on a great show. It was a good night because the show opened with U2, who's my favorite band, so that was exciting. And they did a great performance of their new song. Jennifer Hudson, a very emotional performance. She returns to the stage after her tragedies, and so she brought the house down. So it was a really good night for performances, and I guess a lot of people were interested because the ratings were up quite a bit from last year's Grammys.
I only caught a little bit of it. I caught a little bit of the Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift.
That was probably the down point.
Yeah, I only caught like 30 seconds of it because as soon as I figured out what it was, I turned it. And then I caught the Katy Perry performance, which I read online, which I thought was funny, was it would have been good if she wasn't singing like she just ran a 10K. But she was just running around the stage like she was,
Well, let's face it, that song is not really the best song to begin with, so
that's true.
Her running around the stage doesn't really help it get any better.
That's true.
I thought probably the worst moment of the night is that they made a music legend, Stevie Wonder. He's a musical genius, sing with the Jonas Brothers.
Of all people.
What the heck was going on?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
So if you didn't watch it, you didn't watch it. I'm sure maybe if you have some more thoughts, maybe you can blog it.
Right.
But what are you going to do? Right. It's music.